New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature that's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, good evening to you, beautiful people. As you guys see, we're going to be continuing our journey into the University of Success tonight. So thanks so much for joining us, man, on the New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark edition. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, the Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. Now, the book that I wrote, guys, The Study of Black Wealth. So it looks something like this: the study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And you can find that by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Because today is not really about me, man. I want to make sure we can finish this chapter that we're discussing here tonight. How to do something, how to raise your self-esteem and develop your self-confidence. So let's find out who's joined us here tonight. Roll call time, beautiful people. Roll call time, beautiful people. Go ahead, hit the like button, the share button if you care. Also hit the subscribe and follow button if you are your brother's keeper and you are your sister's keeper, as we're going to be reading tonight. Black folk do read. We find it in good quality books. But while you are joining us here live, if you are, also catch it on replay, go ahead and let us know where you are connecting from. What city, what state, what country, what city, what state, what country you might be joining in with us here tonight from BBC TV, Empowerment Duo, Financial Health Mentor, also the ERGJ Enterprises page. That's how far we like to know just how far our reach is here tonight. So go ahead and put in the comments below your city, state, or country that you're connecting from. We're broadcasting across the World Wide Web in the Facebook and also YouTube, understanding that worldwide means global. And we have brothers and sisters from all over the world who might tune in to one of our broadcasts. So we do not take it lightly, and we absolutely do appreciate it. Let's find out who has joined us here tonight. So far, only one person has written anything. That's okay. That's okay. That would be Miss. Oh, we got somebody else. That would be Miss Vivian Reed out of Brooklyn, New York. And we also got a David Mitchell. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Also from Brooklyn, New York. So New York is representing here tonight as we are going to, again, continue our journey into the University of Success. And tonight is part 2 of how to raise your self-esteem and develop self-confidence. How to raise your self-esteem and develop self-confidence. And so this is coming from lesson 13 in our book. And this one is written by a brother named James Newman. So it came out of James Newman's book. I believe his book was Release the Brakes. And so we've been talking about Release the Brakes, matter of fact. And so if this is your first time joining us here today, I do want to kind of get you, set you up properly, because this is a book we have decided to read at night for a reason. Reading at night tends to activate some things in us that would not get activated had we connected from in the morning. Because in the morning we're already on go. We're already ready to start our days. But at night you can really be you're really toned down a little bit, and you're allowing your other mind to pick up some things. And so be prepared for some good downloads into your life. Pleasure, Joy. I appreciate you, bro. Downloads into your night. So we'll pick up. Let's see if I can find out where we left off at. Okay, we're going to read the last chapter from where we were yesterday, and then we'll finish the rest of this chapter. So he was talking about releasing the brakes and how if you were to drive a car with the brakes on, you'd notice a difference in its performance. And he was saying that many people, that's what they do when they drive around in life. They leave the brakes on. Their own obstacles, their own hindrances, their own even self-esteem, how they see themselves as being the thing that stops them from actually performing their best or stops them from actually receiving the best in their life. And so we'll pick up where we started. He said, I feel certain that as you think about this idea, you will see that life is a lot easier when you're dealing with people who have a high level of self-esteem. Instead of working or living with people who are defensive, withdrawn, and inclined to shift the blame, you have a more open, honest, trusting relationship with mutually set goals and more direct communication. Much more exciting and positive things happen when people have an abundance of self-esteem are working together. Try this. Set yourself a project in the next month. Pick out specific people with whom you have frequent contact and decide that you're going to do whatever you can to help those individuals to genuinely, honestly feel better about themselves. And so, okay, now I remember, because this is where I said that I was going to do it. My 30-day challenge was to try to make sure that anybody I came in contact with would genuinely feel better about themselves. So that was my challenge. And I got through the day pretty cool. So hopefully I don't mess up tonight. And I don't know, but I'm doing pretty well so far. I had 2 little tests, and I think they felt better after I felt better about themselves after connecting with me today. So anyway, let me catch up on these comments, man. What's going on? Tap at the Seals in the house, man. What's going on? Hugh Little is in the hizzy. Thanks you. So how do you do that? He said by spending more time and effort putting those people up and less time and effort putting them down. And that's where we left off at yesterday. So anyway, New Black Wall Street Book Club, How to Raise Your Self-Esteem and Develop Self-Confidence. Let's read. He said an exercise that you may want to test came from one of our PACE youth conferences. One of the most important and exciting programs within my organization offers a conference for teenagers in which we explore the entire PACE framework as it applies to young people. And in the summer of 1968, one of the participants in a PACE youth program created this exercise and called it the no put down game. The way you play it is simply to time yourself and see how long you can go without putting anyone down. Can you go 15 minutes, an hour? It may not be as easy as it seems. The rules prohibit putting anyone down out loud, including yourself, even in jest. The joking put down is outlawed because there's usually a sharp barb attached to it. It's certainly possible to tease someone in a warm, loving way, but to rule out the possibility that the teasing, joking put down is just a clever way of sneaking in a little dig, avoid it as you play this game. Moreover, this is an individual, personal, private project. Do not tell anyone else what you're doing. Just time yourself and see how long you can go. You're only working on yourself. Calling another person's attention to the fact that he has put someone down is a put down, even if you were the one being attacked. When you find out how long you can go without any put downs, then see if you can break your record. See if you can go for a longer period of time. At the same time, develop the habit of putting other people up instead of down. See what happens if instead of undermining other people, you reinforce their good feelings about themselves. Be alert to the positive feelings that you have about another person. Be aware of what is going on inside of you, and when you feel a sense of admiration or regard or warmth for another person, go ahead and express it. You will be delighted with the results as you spend a little bit more time putting people up and less time putting them down. You will only be enhancing your environment, but you will find yourself liking you better too. Now, I'm just really hard for me to keep reading this, man. You will be building your feelings of self-esteem as you develop the ability to reinforce the positive qualities of others. Because y'all know, my whole MO, man, is, I really don't be putting people down. I don't think. I kind of do. I kind of do, man. Oh, my goodness. This is really slapping me upside the head, boy. Woo! In your dealings with other human beings, you always accomplish a great deal more by praising the qualities that you admire than you can ever accomplish by criticizing those that you condemn. I'm sure you've noticed that. It can be very tempting sometimes to criticize the behaviors or attitudes of other people when they're doing something wrong, which means they are not doing it the way that you would do it. But it is much more productive to reinforce the behavior or qualities that you admire. Whew. Oh my goodness. I'm just telling you guys, I'm just reading. You know what I'm reading? I'm reading difficult. That's what I'm reading. It might seem easy to y'all, but this seems so very difficult for me because this will be a whole shift for me to do this. This will be a whole shift in my brand. My brand is kind of, edgy. Oh my goodness. I feel like what? How could I do that? I mean, I could do that, but how could I really do that? I mean, I do put people up sometimes, just not all the goddamn on time. I mean, only when I feel like you and my, I mean, whoo, man, it is, this would be very, I mean, here's the thing though. Okay. It'll be very difficult, but here's the real question. Would it be worth it? This is the thing, not the difficulty, because I can get past the difficulty. You know what I'm saying? We can get past that, but would it be worth it? That's the thing. Like, I hear what they saying, but I got to map it out in my head because I'm from the hood and we operate different. Does it work in the hood? That's what I need to know. I know it might have worked in old English times and all that stuff, but does it work in the hood? So I got to kind of put what they were saying into the hood and see if it'll work. That's what I got to think about for a second. Because I don't know if this hood proof. Okay, I do not know if this is ghetto proof or hood proof or project proof. Okay, I don't know if it's made it past and got graded on the hood level of impact. Woo! Boy. Man, I don't know. Woo! Lord Jesus. Woo! Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back. Baby, come back. Woo! That's just, just talking about it hurts. Okay? It hurts just to talk about it. Okay? Okay. Imagine a husband and wife are sitting in a restaurant. One of them says to the other, "You're not really going to eat that piece of banana cream pie, are you?" The question and the tone of voice that goes with it was reinforcing effect, but probably not in the direction the person who had asked it had in mind. Calling attention to behavior you do not admire and would like to see changed often has just a perverse effect. It might be better to wait until the other person passes up dessert to comment on that in a positive nature. "I know how much you like desserts, honey, and I really admire your decision to not have any." If you're in a management role or if you are a parent, you will occasionally encounter situations where someone under your supervision has done something badly. Your child crawled up on the counter, reached for a cookie and broke the cookie jar. Something needs to be said, but what the child does not need is to have someone tell him, "You broke the cookie jar." He knows that. He's already aware of the fact that the cookie jar is broken and he probably feels bad about it. Now there's a lot of little pieces of ceramic mixed in with the cookies and they don't taste as good. So he's upset enough with himself and the situation without having someone help him reinforce or feel worse about what he just done. What he needs is some help in how to handle this kind of project differently better the next time. He needs some loving, coaching guidance to how to get cookies without breaking cookie jars. It might be a more productive say, next time get a taller chair, or next time call me and I'll get the cookie for you. Wow, man, oh my goodness. Sometimes a question can be valuable. That didn't work out so well, did it? How can you handle that differently the next time you want a cookie? This is really, I don't know how excruciating this might be to you guys, but this does not help developing my self-esteem right now, okay? A sales manager might say to one of the salespeople, "When the telephone rang in the middle of your presentation, you lost your momentum and never quite got back on track. Next time a phone call breaks your stride, how can you handle it better? What can you do to get back on track and close the sale?" In many cases, it will be desirable to give your opinion about something which might work well next time. Above all, be sure to discuss the activity or the behavior, not the person. The coaching kind of helpfulness on part of a manager or parent is more likely to be in the category of the next time message with an expression of opinion rather than advice. Before we leave self-esteem, there is one other puzzle that will be valuable to examine about what the person who has so much self-esteem that you can't stand him. I suspect that if you really think about that person, the one who is always bragging and boasting about past accomplishments, so you'll probably find that you are not dealing with someone who has an overabundance of self-esteem. Chances are that the person who blows his horn all the time is pretty near to the low end of self-esteem scale. Here's someone whose reality structure is saying, I know that I am worthless, and if everyone else ever really knew me, they wouldn't like me either. So I can't let that happen. He presents a facade self, a false front, talking constantly about something that he has done very well. He tries desperately to convince others that he may have some value, and at the same time, he is trying to convince himself. Of course, the transparent facade evokes a flood of messages from other people that they don't admire the fraudulence, the falseness. And so he tries harder and harder to be a likable person and to pretend that he is more worthwhile than he really believes he is. If you have someone in your world who is trying to compensate for low self-esteem with bragging and conceit, your natural inclination may be to get out your needle and see if you can pop this balloon. When someone is blowing his horn all the time, there seems to be an almost automatic urge to whittle him down to size, but the reverse approach is much more productive. It may not be easy, but if you think it through, you will find it is much more profitable. If you will devote some time and effort to reinforcing the person's inner feeling of value and significance, you'll find that the bragging diminishes. Whew. Oh, Lord Jesus. Now, here's what I'll say. Although it is excruciating to read, I think it's important that we take away that like these words that he's using, because he's a wordsmith. And he's not talking about right or wrong. He's not talking about right or wrong. He's not talking about right or wrong at all. He said which one would be more productive, which one would be more profitable. I want to make sure we get this, okay? Because here's the deal. He's not talking about whether you're right or whether you're wrong and whatever it is that y'all were talking about before he entered into the conversation. But he said, man, what do you think will be more productive? Like will help you move forward towards your goal? Which one do you think would be more profitable, help you make more money, get to the money, whatever the case may be? Because anything else, so although it's been excruciating, I mean, really to this even fathom operating in the manner in which this author is talking about operating. When I get to these two words, which would be more productive? Because I think sometimes I waste a little bit too much time going off on people. I need to keep moving. And which one to be more profitable? Okay, now he got my attention because now I might need to do a little mind shift to get the productivity and profitability, especially when it comes to my business. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm already doing well. But if I start thinking like this, look how much less time I waste on people. Productive, how can we get productive? See, you know what else something productive say to me? How can I get to the end of this conversation as fast as possible? Productive and profitable. Man, you let your decisions hang on that. I mean, you start asking yourself, is this productive? You know what I'm saying? You know, like you start getting that, you start having it, then you have that girl that call you. You know what I'm saying? Same girl been calling you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really talk about much, but she'll be calling you, just be calling you. And you pick up the phone one day and say to yourself, is this productive? Boy, you going to be hanging up on people. Oh, Lord, what did we have started? Oh, my goodness. Productive and profitable. Everybody put that in comments below. Productive and profitable. You start thinking about decisions as it relates to their productivity for you, your life, and where you're going, and your profitability. How much am I losing sitting here talking to this numbnut? Why did I even waste my time? Of course, nobody's a numbnut in my effort to make sure that everybody feel better by the time they leave. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord, that's going to be hard, too. Productive and profitable. Man, you start making decisions based on productivity and profitability instead of right and wrong. Who cares who's right? Who cares what's wrong? Can we get to the money? Okay, can we get to the money? Oh, Lord. Let's try to finish this up, man. Hey, that may just be the opposite of your initial impulse, but try it. When you run across someone who seems to be trying very hard to impress everyone, look for something that person does that you feel good about. Find something that you can genuinely, honestly, sincerely compliment. not flattery, but something about that person, his taste in shoes, the idea he presented at the staff meeting that you admire, and express that positive feeling to the person. Express your admiration instead of reinforcing the low self-esteem by reacting negatively to his bragging. Remember that how you feel as you do, this is what really counts. Set aside the external behavior of that person for a moment and acknowledge the true worth and value that there is if he will only let it out. Oh my, you know what? What this just did right here, this answered my question on how I'm going to pass this 30-day challenge. If I just do this some kind of way, I don't know how I'm going to start doing this in the next day. But if I just do this, okay, set aside, oh my goodness, set aside the external behavior of that person for a moment and acknowledge the true worth and value that is there if he will only let it out. I think I can do that. Now, I don't know what I was thinking before on as far as solutions to the problem. I just think I was going to just run with it. But now I got a solution to my problem. I can do this. I can do this. Set aside the external behavior. Don't even pay attention to how foolish they've been acting. Okay, look, that might be a little hard. Wait a second. Oh, Lord, because we do some foolish stuff, boy. It's going to be hard to overlook the foolishness. Oh, Lord. Woo! We do some foolish stuff. Oh, Lord, how am I going to? Okay, hold on. Overlook. Let me see. Set aside. Woo! The external behavior. Huh. Oh, what you saw. Oh. Oh, all these images. Oh, Lord, all these images keep popping in my head of that person for a moment and acknowledge. Oh, okay. So set aside and acknowledge their true worth and value. That is there. It's already there. The true worth and value. Miss Vivian Reed. It's already there. Your true worth and value, Miss Sincere. It's already there. Your true worth and value, Mr. Little, Miss Tate Williams. It's already there. Your true worth and value. It's already there. We start talking about the greatness that's within you. It's already there. Your true worth and value is already there. If, as he said, if only you let it out. If only you will let it out. Your true worth and value is already there. Greatness that God's placed in you is already there. Your vitality, your energy is already there. It's already there. That's not something you have to pray for. It's already there. Not something you got to hope for, want for, wish for. It's already there. It's already there. If only you'll let it out. Now, that sounds like a good place to end right there, but we ain't finished reading. We ain't finished reading yet. We got 2 more paragraphs, so let's get it in. I'm sorry. That was good. That was a good little ending I had y'all for. So y'all thought we was like, oh, that might be it. That might. No, we got 2 more paragraphs to read. Woo! All right, here. Whew, it's been rough. Another possible indication that a person may be at the lower end of the self-esteem scale is a negative reaction to compliments. That is not a universally dependable symptom, but it can often provide an interesting clue that a person's self-esteem is sagging. We admire a person's clothing, saying that's certainly an attractive jacket you're wearing. The response is, oh, this whole thing may tell you something about how he feels about himself, especially if the jacket is obviously brand new. When a person is uncomfortable about a compliment, what is the probable happening in the mental system is, I know I have a terrible taste, and here's someone telling me that my jacket is attractive. The conflict between what he is perceiving and his reality is uncomfortable. Sometimes people don't wait for the compliment to run themselves down. I'm sorry that I look so awful today, or I'm sorry the house is such a mess. You might not have noticed if they hadn't brought it up. So one possible signal which can tell you something about a person's self-esteem is his response to a compliment. If you say it to a person with a very high self-esteem, you did a really fantastic job on that project, Shirley, you'll hear a response. What will a response be? Probably a thank you, or perhaps, or thank you, I really appreciate you saying that. I really feel good about it myself. Praise is more acceptable to the person with a solid sense of personal worth because it is consistent with what he knows and feels about himself. Praise is more acceptable to the person with a solid sense of personal worth because it is consistent with what he feels about himself. Man, so I tell you, yeah, it is already there. What this chapter gonna really have me thinking. It's really gonna have me messed up. Because again, it gives me. I'm gonna be thinking about those two words, productive and profitable, as I entertain the thought of this shift in how you look at response to instigation, or response to whatever. It's a way that you can re-engage, or a way to come. I mean, it's a way to come smooth, man. You come smooth around that corner. Because that person, whoever you might be engaging with, they're probably not thinking productivity or profitability in their thought process. They might be thinking, ho hum, this is just another day. But you come around that corner smooth. Oh wee. This will add to my debonair. My tact is questionable. Okay, my tact is questionable. But this, I can see this. I can see coming around that corner smooth. Ooh. And I would use it in everything. Turn that corner quicker. I don't know. Some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, but I get it. I'll be working on it. I'm gonna start working on it, man. These grown man decisions right here I'm making. These are grown man decisions I'm making right here. Yes, sir, daddy. Yeah, come to Papa. Man, this, guys, has been the New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark series, a session, guys. We were going through the book. It's a book called The University of Success by Mandino, and the lesson that we were going through here tonight, how to raise your self-esteem and develop self-confidence. And I tell you, my self-confidence and my self-esteem is a little bit up now that I realize how I could make this work for me. Yeah, man, how I could make this work for me. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful time. It's time for us to skedaddle. We'll be back tomorrow with lesson 14, I believe. Let's see here. What's lesson 14 about? How to win your war against negative feelings. How to win your war against negative feelings tomorrow. Tell somebody about the New Black Wall Street Book Club. I'm pretty sure there's some more black folk out there who want to read, who want to build themselves up. Oh, yeah, we'll find them. We'll find them. We'll find them. We will be going exclusively to exclusively to BBC TV. So make sure that that you guys go ahead, like and follow Black BBC TV, which you'll find on Facebook. Well, beautiful people, I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we really need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until tomorrow, guys, until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New black. It's the new Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Now, you ain't gotta leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the new Black Wall Street Book Club. Book Club. Yeah. The new Black Wall Street. The new Black Wall Street. Book Club. Book Club.